Hello, YouTube. Oh, I actually made it to the gym. I'm almost proud of myself. Almost. Um, Today was pecs and lats. And did I do a tremendous job? No. Did I do an adequate job? Yeah, actually I did. 160 pounds for my bench on the machine. I've screwed up my shoulder again. I know exactly how I did it, and it was doing the machine and not having it set at the right position. And I did 180 butterfly, and then both 180s on the lats going this way and the lats going this way. So, am I disgusted and upset with myself? No. I'm actually pretty happy with what I've done. So, kudos to me. Really wanting to get back into it, but at the same time, Wolfie disappeared on me. Wolfie has made a little, the back of the cushion on my couch. He's taken the one cushion closest to the window and made a little divot in it so he can lay there and look out the slider door. Smart dog. He just sits there all day and watches stuff go by. So I'm like, dude, you lead the life. He just gets to sit there and go watch the other people's dogs walk past while they're leading him around to poop outside, and he just goes, well, I do what I want. So he's found his niche. I have a lot of caffeine, I think. So today's been insanely interesting. The new guy started today, so that's cool. It's going to be a hot minute getting him up and running because they did not prepare his computer stuff, phone, none of it. It's okay. He'll be just walking around with us and learning how to deal with people. He's a little bit more introverted than I am, and by a little bit I mean a lot. Katie and I are both hopefully he gets the rhythm and then understands, you just walk up and talk to people. Literally, everyone in my plant wants to hear what I have to say. It's really creepy. People respect what I do and what I say, and how hard I will push to fix things, or how hard I'll fight if something's stupid and irrelevant. So, for me, that's all cool. So on to what's happening in my life, because, nobody gives a shit about my daily thing. Kidding. Thank you, guys. I had an interview today, a phone interview with a company out of Ohio that actually has a plant here, and the guy I talked to was here and just moved to Ohio from here in Columbus, Indiana. So I'm like, oh, this could be fun. And he's sitting there laughing with me. He says, so what makes you want to leave Columbus, Indiana? And I'm like, well, you've been here. There's more to do where you're at than there is here. And there insanely amounts more to do there. It's basically a suburb of both Dayton and Cincinnati. So I can go in either direction. 20 minutes to downtown Cincinnati. 15 minutes or less to Dayton. Not that there's a lot to do in Dayton, but you know what? It'd still be fun. And if I remember correctly, there's an Air Force base. Where there's an Air Force base, there's generally guys. So we're all understanding where I'm going with this. So it should be entertaining. I'm looking forward to a bigger market and at least access. Currently, there's no access to guys, and the guys around here are dreadful. And I mean that, capital everything. A lot of closet cases, and a lot of we relationships that you're like, dude, why are you out trying to score with other guys? Your boyfriend's hot. Oh, well, we just don't want to get stale and blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? I don't think you understand how this works. And I don't care. I'm not going to explain it to them. That's not my problem. So I got this going on, and they were cool. Oh my God, were they cool. And in talking, I made them laugh. I told stories, and I'm like, I don't even know where that tangent came from, and I apologize if that was off topic. And they're like, oh no, that was insightful. I don't know if that's a good thing, right? Insightful might be, this guy's crazy. But actually, it was all work related and about stuff that they were asking about. So I'm feeling pretty confident in this one. I have an on-site interview. Like, they just jumped over all of it, me being on site on Friday. And then simultaneously, somehow, I have another interview, phone interview, which I may have to reschedule. Because I'm not sure that I can do 2 things at the same day. Because I think if I get in there at 10:30, I'm not sure what the plan is. My recruiter is going to let me know. Sometimes how this works, is you go in at 10:30, and around noon they say, okay, we're going to all go to lunch together. And then you all go to lunch together. And then you just chit-chat during lunch, and then afterwards, you like go your separate ways. And that way they get a free lunch, and then they feel like they've interacted with you. Which, cool. I have no problem with any of this. Problem is, I think my other interview is a phone interview at like 12:30, and it's with a job I'm really struggling to want. I wanted it to start with, but the more I think about how the impact of it on Wolfgang, because, I have to think about that. I'm a daddy. So, and I'm not, but that job particularly would involve going for weeks at a time to Mexico. I'm like, ugh, weeks. Mexico's not bad. I love Mexico. The food there is amazing. The people are, oh my God, so nice. And they look at you like, hi, giant. And I'm not kidding. I'm 5'9", which is not tall. I'm not tall. When everyone around you is 5 feet, in the high 4 feet, very low 5 feet, we're talking, most people only come up to about here on me. And there's even shorter, and you just sit there like, I feel so tall. And northern Mexico has taller people than southern Mexico. And I meet all these people from southern Mexico, and it's like, they're here. And I'm like, dude, this is so weird. You're a grown-ass man. You come up to my nipples. I don't know how to respond to this. Great people, though. Love them dearly. Their food's amazing. Although Tijuana, the food would probably be on the really bland side, because northern Mexican food is not spicy. They're not known for chiles. And so I'm like, I love chiles. So there's that. And I'm just sitting there like, God, a lot of travel. I would be doing a lot of corrective actions, helping people out with corrective actions, and trying to get to deep root causes. And I love that stuff. But, I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I would need a spouse just to do that job, because I'd need somebody at home taking care of stuff, or I would have to rehome Wolfie, and I'm not up for that shit. I also do not want to pay $35 a day to have him boarded at a place that I don't know what they'll be like. My sister's like, oh, you could use this people and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you don't understand. I wouldn't have somebody stay at my apartment with Wolfgang. He's a little piss pot. And I wouldn't send him to somebody else's place. Literally, this dog pees in my bathroom on the floor because he doesn't recognize he has to pee and can't vocalize it. It's just like, oh, I gotta go. And it's like, dude, I could have taken you out. No, never mind. We're good. I gotta clean the bathroom floor. My carpet, I walk in, I'm like, Wolfgang. It's fine. So, but yeah, so Friday, the interview is in Lexington, or just south of Lexington. Sorry, guys. This is Sprite Zero and vodka. This is what gets me through the night. Yep. Tastes like home. So, I got all that going on. As soon as I know which direction I want to go. Now, the one down in Kentucky is a contract position. I'd have health care through the company that is the contract house, and I get paid a massive amount of money. And they're like, these guys will hire you if you're good. And I'm like, if? There's no if. I am good. Now, if I move to Lexington and decide this isn't my home, that particular company isn't my home, Toyota's right there. I don't really want to, I kind of want to stay put for a hot minute. I've been 3.5 years at this position. And I'm to the point where, other than I'm having interpersonal conflict with like 4 people, everything else is golden. I pretty much say what I want to do. I point in the direction I want to go. People don't question me. Or if they do, it's like, hey, I just need to know where you're at on this. I'm like, well, this is everything and where we're at with it. Oh, how do we close it? Well, we got these 3 things that have to get accomplished first, and everybody that can do them is on vacation. And they're like, oh, okay. But there's no like, oh my God, why aren't you working on the following? I'm like, dude, I've already started it. This is where I'm at. Oh, well, why is this taking so long? Because they're wrong. They're wrong a lot. Their expectation is I'm going to work on their stuff for them in the hopes that somehow what I'm doing is going to fix things instead of them doing their goddamn jobs. Yeah. So, these 2 positions, so geeked. Either one would be great. I really struggle. I like Ohio. I loved, oh my God, Metro Cincy and Metro Dayton and how they like intertwine. Really cool. I mean, it's just like everything you've ever wanted is just right there. I want gyros, they're up the road. I want sushi, it's up the road. Everything you want is just right there. And I'm like, oh, I'd be in so much trouble. I'd need to find a gym. I mean, there's just lists. Lexington is a little smaller. And by a little, I mean, it's 1/10 of the size of Cincy Dayton, if not less than that. But it's really charming and it's compact. And there's a lot of really sweet talking boys. And I'm like, okay. You're not going to hear me complain. Finding a boyfriend, no matter where I go, is going to be difficult. And everybody will say, I don't understand. You're really good looking. This has nothing to do with looks. Nothing. I tend to be a little intense for people because I don't like small talk and I don't like guessing. If I have to guess what you're thinking and how you feel, that causes me issues. So at some point I kind of say, yeah, you're not the one. My guy will know, hey, I need to make sure that he understands. This overthinker here understands where I'm at. Hey, what's going on this weekend? I am busy this weekend, but I will text you. I got a lot going on. I'm not dissing you. I'm not wanting to be with you. I'm just busy. That's what I need. Once I feel like we're set, it becomes easier. I don't feel like, but at this point in my life, I'm actually looking at things going, I don't care. Do you want to be with me or not? Well, I'm busy this weekend. Okay. Wolfie and I will find something to do. I'll go hiking. And in either direction I go on this, there's going to be hiking everywhere. Unlike here. Well, there's hiking here, but it's like a thing, like a universal thing. Like you could just hike up and down the Miami River in Ohio, or Lexington just has parks everywhere, like national parks with huge hiking trails. And I'm like, oh, perfect. So we'll see. I'm 100% sure something will fall in my lap, and I'm 100% sure it will end up being the right thing. I love you guys. I love you, dude. I'm an overthinker. Remember that.